Well, I'm out for my walk today, and I thought it would be pretty warm. Yesterday was nice. The sun's not out, so the wind's blowing, and so it's still a little chilly. Actually, we had a dog named Chili for a while. But what I want to talk about today is how, you know, smart people seem to ask the dumb questions because, boy, that's what you have to do. I think if you're looking for anything, particularly things you don't know much about, and because things have changed so much in our society, I mean, we grow up believing in something, and that's not true anymore. So that's why if you're trying to get money, from organizations or whatever, or help, like from the government or nonprofits or something, you really have to ask them dumb questions. Don't assume that you know how this system works. Don't assume that what they write on a website is right. You can't assume that. Uh, Life is too complicated for anybody to write what they think it should be. There's too many nuances and everything in our lives now, and the only way to take advantage of everything that's out there is to ask dumb questions. So even if you have a website that looks clear, that it may say you're eligible for or may say you're not eligible for, no matter what it says, try to call, because that's how to ask them dumb questions. Or if they don't have something you could call, then send them an email. Ask a dumb question. Are you sure this is for me? I should apply. Ask them if it makes sense for you to apply. And that's it. Don't go, no, this doesn't look right, and then go to another website that you don't know anything about. No, this doesn't look right. That's going to lead you to just, in 6 months from now, you'll be in the same place. If there was a website that you looked at, and it sounded like, oh, maybe that was for you, what you do is call them. Because even if it's not for you, it's something related somehow to what you want to do. Oh, from Kensington, homeboy. Yeah, now we're in Florida. Yeah, we still have a house there, but we rent it. We live downtown D.C. now. So you call those organizations that you thought you would apply to, and see if it makes sense. Because don't forget, these people, have been dealing with this for years. They know everything. They know other people in the business that maybe also give money. They're going to know more than anything that you'll ever know, your friends will ever know, that I will ever know, because most of this stuff is local, and we don't know those things. We know in general, and we know like where locally to go to find out these things. But again, people have this fear of talking to the government or making them, or showing that they don't know anything. Show them that you don't know anything, because the more you show them that you don't know anything, the more they're likely to help you. Because people, it's human behavior. We want to help people. And it's hard to help people who know it all, because they don't need my help, right? But if you show, hey, I need help, I don't know shit, you're easier to help. You're like a puppy, that's just smiling and waggling a tail and needs help. So you want to help them, or a baby or whatever. If you come in men do this, I think, more than women, some macho, oh, I know it all. Where's that application? I bet no, you're nobody, anybody wants to help. They'll go out and help somebody else, And don't forget, they get paid the same amount of money whether they help you for free or if they hang up on you right after you say hello. That's why it's so important how you treat these people on the phone. So get out all your nasties, scream into the pillow or whatever it takes when you swear. Scream whatever it takes to get those nasties out, so that you can talk like a human being and be nice. People want to help nice people, okay? And don't forget, you have no power over these people's salaries or anything. And sure, they're government employees or whatever, so you say my tax dollars pay your salary, but they don't directly, so they don't give a shit. They could hang up, on you and just not answer the phone again. It doesn't affect anything in their life, Maybe you put in a complaint, but there's so much trolling out there. Nobody looks at those much like it used to be. He has some cozy coffee for me. Yes. Yeah, I live down in Adams Morgan now. We've been there about 3, 4 years, and it's fun. Uh, but yeah, and it changed my life really living down here. Uh, yeah, I throw parties all the time for the whole building, and I haven't thrown a party in 40 years. I came down here. I've thrown about 7, 8 cocktail parties in the lobby of the building. It's fun. But anyway, back to not being charities. I mean, how much a difference makes just to speak kind of absolutely, and that's why you got to get them on your team, and we're just also defensive in our society now. We feel everyone's taking advantage of everybody else, and sure, you may be taken advantage of, but you'll be taken advantage of no matter what the hell you do. So, so it's nicer and it's healthier, to be nice than to have your guard up all the time. No, that takes work, man. And sure, you got to have those instincts, when the assholes appear. But there's assholes everywhere. They're going to appear no matter what you do. But to get the good people to help you, don't assume they're assholes. That's all. And that's important. And that's why. And don't assume you know what the program is, or don't assume that you know anything about the government, because the government doesn't know about the government. So you want to talk to people, and the opportunities come in when somebody says, when that bureaucrat says, "Oh no, you don't want this program. You want the program I have in my drawer that we haven't used in a long time." And they open the drawer, and they send out that application where that's right on the money for you. And that comes from people. That's why with all this junk on the internet and the billions and billions of websites, it's people that make a difference. It's people you have to talk to in order to wrestle this monster of information we have, and the crap information, what's good and all that. It's people you have to talk to. Not because you read something on a website. No, you talk to the person who wrote that on the website. And say, "Hey, this is what I'm trying to do. Can you suggest anyone to help me?" That's how you get to it. And you may have to make 20, 30 phone calls. What the hell? So if that takes you a day or 2 days to make 20 or 30 phone calls, think of it. What have you done the last 2 days? Probably, playing around on the internet, hoping and, reacting to emails and stuff like that. No, you want to dig and go prospecting where the gold is. You don't want to prospect just in an open field. I'm going to call about getting a HUD counselor. Yes, Charity, do that. And if that doesn't work, you go to other people too. I mean, particularly HUD counseling. I mean, the Department of Agriculture has free financial counselors too, and some of them even pay you to go get counseling. That's right, because it's a county by county basis. You call your county cooperative extension service, and some of them will pay you $50 to come in and get a free appointment on straightening out all your finances. Wow. Who would have thought? You think Chase is going to do that? No. Or the financial counselors you find in Google? No. and if you Google anything about your debt or stuff like that, you're just going to get people who are going to make money off you. Because that's what Google is about and everything. Now, what Chastity talked about are these free counselors that the government gives grants to provide this information for free. See? And that's what you need. You don't need, if you're in financial trouble, you don't want to spend more money getting out of financial trouble, because 9 out of 10 times it won't work, and you just get further and further in financial trouble until you gotta pull the plug and do the ultimate, whatever the heck that is. But the help is out there. It's really training yourself on how to use it, take advantage of it, and that's what at Let's Go Help we do a lot of training now. Besides showing you the websites, we show you everything about how to deal with that, how to deal with this application, how to deal with it. That's what we have like live, grant workshops every week. That's on Let's Go Gov't too, if you remember. So sign up for those, try it, whatever. And that's it. By the way, our monthly grant, we have the new one up now for next month, which is March 4th is the deadline. So get into that. It costs nothing. You could still apply until you get one. How do you get a paper grant application? Well, it depends on the agency. Some you can, some you can't. I mean, a lot of them don't even have it. If you don't have a computer to get a grant application, contact the agency and they should have an option for you. If it's a government agency, they have to. So they'll make arrangements somehow. If you don't have the computers or whatever to do that. If you don't have a computer, you're watching this, I'm not sure, probably on your phone. We give out free computers to members who don't have a computer because you need it. I mean, a lot of members just use the phone and they get money, but I think you really need a laptop or something. So we give out 20 laptops a month now. So apply for one of those. If you don't, you could go to findhelp.com. That's findhelp.com. I won last month's gift. Oh, that's so nice. Now you got to go for the big findhelp.org. I'm sorry, findhelp.org. Put in computers, and there's probably nonprofit organizations, and they will. A lot of them have free computers they give to people who can't afford computers. And if you can't get it from there, that's what we do at Let's Go Help. Then you could apply for one of ours. I want a computer too. Gosh, charity. Here, charity, I'll give you my wallet. Might as well get this over with. How do I get it? Gloria, I just mentioned how, if you remember, on Let's Go Help 2, we have the application for getting one of ours. If you're not, you go to findhelp.org. Findhelp.org. Put in computers, you put in your zip code, then you put in computers, and you'll find nonprofit organizations that give out computers. Now, you may have to call a half a dozen of them or something like that. And if they say, no, we don't have for you because you look too funny or whatever excuse they make, then you say, well, where else do you suggest I go? Who else? Because they're going to know. They're going to know better than me or you or anybody. And that's what members do too, members. Charity probably knows this. We see people that members say, hey, I just got this grant over here. I mean, a member just said she got $1,000, 2 500 grants, one from a nonprofit, one from, I forget the other one, and two, just all in one day. And so they get, the member shares the name, the address, or you can get it too. That's what I like about the members. That's why we give grants to members, because members are helping members more than we are sometimes. That's why we have to take care of members. We all share information. Lisa, your glasses are. Yeah, I know. I like these. And the members. Like I say, we do so much for members now, and I'm trying to get more things to get members involved, because actually, I'm not going to be here forever. This is something I always thought the government should have. It's a place for the average person to find out what's available in the government. And the government tries, you have grants.gov. None of that is right. It's okay. It's an interesting piece. Yeah, they try. But now a central place for everything. It's not only grants. See, it's services. If I could get your free dental care because you can't afford the dentist, man, that's worth more than a grant, $1,000 grant, because that could cost $10,000 in dental care. I'll show you how to get it free. If I get people to come out and fix out your roof, that's not a grant. where you're getting your roof fixed, and and that could be another $10,000. So those kinds of things that you don't even call grants, and that's why the language is too complicated. And we describe. I used to, until the pandemic, I used to say, don't even look for grants. But now, boy, that's all people think about, so I have to start using that again. Because 80% of the free money the government gives out is not even called grants. So if you're looking for a grant, you're missing 80%. 80%. What do you think of that? Of the free money. It's called like direct payments. Loans you don't have to pay back. It's services that will come and do stuff for you that it's all paid for. So how would you know that? Yeah, you don't. That's why people are important. So ask stupid questions. Find people to talk to and ask stupid questions. You got to be stupid in order to be smart. That's why I firmly believe the smartest people ask the dumbest questions. Because if you don't ask a dumb question, you have to ask a dumb question so you understand what they mean. Everybody means something else than what you hear, or they have different definitions. Oh, life's too complicated. We want to make it easy, sure. Now, using people and artificial intelligence, computers, they're not human. And sure, there's some problems that get solved, but the complexity they still haven't handled. I don't know if they anywhere will, because that's why you need to talk to people and get people to help, not ourselves, not artificial intelligence. I mean, it's an assistance to that. The best is talking to people. The smartest people know they don't know anything, and they have to talk to people to help them explain. Okay, so that's it. I gotta get back. Keep answering your questions on letsgohelp.com. And when you're in doubt, you just ask me a question, and we'll find a source, a possible source. Now, when we send you a possible source, you have to call that source. That's the best way to do it. You have to call that source to see if there's something there for you. Because you don't know, I don't know. We're just guessing more or less that they should do it. I've been doing this for 40 years, so they should do this. But it's no guarantee. I cannot guarantee anybody will get money. I just know these programs do give it. And so you have to go and see if you make a deal. Sort of like getting a date. These people are looking for dates. Now, whether they go out with you, I have no idea. So I say, nobody on the internet that guarantees you a grant, they're obviously a scam. Unless they're giving out their own money. We give out our own money, but you have to apply for it. So I can't guarantee it. Keep being generous. Charity, thank you so much. Your kind words help me get through the day. So thank you. I'll see you on letsgohelp.com.